It requires courage. You have to be fearless.
To do what?
To be you.
Oh.
To go against the odds. And to accept this camouflage, this wolf ticket, that we are not enough. We are more than enough. And all we have to do to claim that is claim ourselves, claim our beingness, and just be.
Take off your hat.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about what you think your style says about you?
My style is my armor. You know, I'm a hair hopper. What's that? A hair hopper is somebody who hops. Like I may have green hair one day, yellow hair the next day, orange hair. And even like I went into the bank a couple months ago, and the manager of the bank didn't know me. He was like, "Can I see your ID?" I was like, "Can you see my ID?" Then I took off my sunglasses. I said, "It's me, Caprece." But when I go in there for my safe little pixie, doors open. That's the power of the armor. That's the power of the helmet.
So as an example, like why today did you choose this hair? Why?
2 reasons.
Yeah.
Number 1, being inspired by the 60+ movement, I only want to wear white hair now. I just only want to be silver fox. Number 2, it's so safe. I can get in the door. The powers that be, they can see themselves. When they look at me, they see themselves.
What do you
I'm
mean?
palatable. Every day I leave my door, I know that I'm going on the front line. So when I want to maximize a positive response or a positive reaction, I do what's necessary.
You see it as kind of playing a game at like sort of resistance?
Not a game. If you're going to say a game, I'm going to say a war. A war against the aesthetic of brown people. I got to get in the door. I want to go open the darn door when I knock on it. I want to get in. There are not enough portals. I want to be one who helps to create. I'm an elder. God has blessed me to reach the age of 64. This is it. These are my legacy years. The system is set up until they just chip away at your self-esteem, until you think you're not, you can't, you won't. But I've really, in the last, I would say 3 years, really started to reconnect with my hair in its natural state. Like I'll go to the gym, I'm around the house more.
Meaning you won't wear the wig.
Right, I won't wear the wig. I'm not gonna give up on me. I never have, and I never will.
What are assumptions that people make about you based on your appearance?
It's really to their detriment, because a lot of times they lower their expectations. Employers, people who have the power.
Because of what?
Because of my skin. And these preconceived notions and these little boxes they want to put everything in. I don't have a box. I create my own box. I step outside the box and keep going. I helped open this museum from scratch, set up the whole events department. And it was really interesting because they gave me marks to meet. I delivered 3 and 4 times over what they asked me to do. And that's what sent me into one nervous breakdown, because they let me go. And even within our own people, when you don't have a certain grade of hair, or you don't have that really kind of what I call homogenized look, you kind of get it too.
Is there a certain kind of person that you think underestimates you more than another kind of person?
It just depends on where they are in terms of their humanness.
Mm-hmm.
Are they detached from their humanness? Because a lot of folk that are running things are. People who consider you not human, you know, like during slavery, that was a total disconnect from humanness. If you were in touch with your humanness, you wouldn't treat another human like that. Oh my gosh. I worked at this PR firm on Capitol Hill, African American.
An African American
PR firm on Capitol Hill. I had to sue them because of my braids. She was saying, you know, either you change that hair or we're going to send you to the basin with the secretarial pool. And that was a very fine example of intra-racial discrimination.
So can you talk a little bit about your 2 nervous breakdowns?
Oh my gosh, I told you about the museum. That was crushing. But yeah, I was working there and I just worked so hard. I think they had to pay me close to 3 times what they wanted. They said deliver, 5%, and I went for 100. And then when I did that, it was like they didn't like that. And I was let go. And it just almost destroyed me. You know, it's this whole thing, what am I doing wrong? What did I do wrong? I couldn't wrap my brain around it, because it just felt like I was doing everything that I was supposed to be doing on so many levels, and then going above that. and still the stress and the strain, and that's a lot of what I deal with, and I'm sure a lot of other women, especially women of color, because we don't have the luxury to stop. We have to keep going against all odds. In fact, stress becomes the norm, and then you push to the point where it's so much stress that you don't even realize it, and by the time you do, that's when you cave in. I remember one time I was in my mother's bathtub with my fur coat on, crying with the shower curtains and the door locked. My hair fell out my head. I had locks. I had locks that would make the C's part. Locked my hair July 27, 1988. They had thinned out to the point that, I think it was March, I forgot the date, 2008, that was 20 years almost exact. And I had to let them go. I had to cut them out. I'm thankful to say, through all that I had to go through, my oldest daughter is graduating from Harvard Law School, class of 2020. I'm happy to say that my youngest is right now, she's in Senegal, learning wool off.
Is there anything for you that is a source of shame?
My youngest daughter and I, we're in therapy. I think I could have been a better mother to Zani going through her school years. We went to a very prestigious, and Zani was a lifer at her school, which means she went from kindergarten to 12th grade. And a lot of times I asked myself, was that the best thing that we could have done? But I wanted my girls to understand how to function with all worlds of people. I wanted them to understand how to be comfortable, understand how to deal with basically the elite. And a lot of times when we go places, they'd be like, Mom, why are we the only black people here? I think that there are things that probably happen there, microaggression. I'm sure that she had, multiple ongoing encounters with that on varying scales. We would go to the meetings, for her school. We wish Donnie would, interact more and participate more, but she would pull back. And I never investigated that. And I really wished I had. The way the system is engineered to promote failure of our people, to promote self-hate, to promote a lack of self-esteem, to promote a lack of confidence. I did not want that for my girls. My other daughter has beautiful locks. I always tell her when she walks the campus of Harvard that every time she steps foot on it, she is committing an act of feminism and a show of black power. My mother picked cotton. She's gonna see my daughter walk across the Harvard Law School stage and get her degree. With me in the middle. What I went through brought it to a certain point, and then I was able to help her as a result, to lift them up so I could push them out. And I'm just gonna keep trying to push wherever I can.
I kind of don't think that we can go finish this interview somehow. My instinct tells me without hearing a little something about your mother.
Oh yes, my mother. This is a very vulnerable subject for me because my mother does have Parkinson's, and she is, first stage of dementia, and I am her main caregiver. My mother is my rock. My mother, she's taught me what it means to survive, but she had to rise to the occasion of my father leaving us. But she kept us glued together. I never even knew I was poor. I wouldn't be anywhere, I wouldn't be anything without my mom. Make sure I got these right. I told you I started wearing G-strings when I was a Playboy, and I haven't stopped. I love them.
Why?
I feel free. And it's like, oh, that string is up your butt, but it just feels free to me. I still think it's okay that I feel sexy and feminine. I don't think I want to shut myself off in that regard because that's part of me. I would like to have the right mate, the right companion at this point. Oh, but I'm still not giving up.
Fair. Last.
Okay. Ta-da! I'm in drag.
What's your biggest fear?
It used to be that I wouldn't be accepted or appreciated, but I don't care about that anymore because I appreciate myself. My biggest fear right now is that I'm not gonna like the way I look at a certain angle when I take my drag off, when I take my cap off. But here I am. I think my pom-poms are a little sweaty.
So this is a big deal.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal. God gave me a lot of things. He gave me this beautiful color skin. But when it comes to here, I didn't get that memo. So guess what? I make my own memo. You know, I was told that I would be bald. But guess what? I'm not bald. I got something. I got a little hang. See it? So this is me. This is me. This is me. But let me try getting through the door like this. When I know that I'm going to be able to get through the door with my do.
So you still don't think you'd get through the door with this, like this?
Mm-mm.
Why in your body, in your skin, in your journey, why is it a good place to be?
Because it's mine authentically. There's 8.3 billion people on this planet. No tree is alike.
How do you feel right now?
It's been very cathartic. I've really been very open and honest, and I've told the truth. I've bared my soul to this moment. I have not held anything back, and I had to do it all over again. I'd do just the same thing I just did. Yeah, that's the way I feel. Thank you so much.
That's awesome.
I'm Lily.
And I'm Elisa.
And we're the mother-daughter co-founders of StyleLikeU. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of the What's Underneath project, brought to you by Lunette.
Lunette is a menstrual cup company that's been around since 2005, busting the shame around periods.
You can wear a Lunette menstrual cup for up to 12 hours at a time, and it's a completely reusable, zero-waste option for your period care. Similar to StyleLikeU, Lunette believes in radical honesty as a path towards releasing shame around everything that holds us back, including our periods.
We are incredibly grateful to Lunette for supporting us in bringing this new season of What's Underneath to life.
If you agree that facades separate us and being radically honest brings us together, help spread the movement for self-acceptance by sharing this episode and subscribing to our YouTube channel.
And don't forget to click the bell so you're aware of every time we drop a new episode.